What's going on, YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video. Now, before we jump in today's video, man, you should know what you should have been did. Like, comment, and subscribe. We trying to save the world. We trying to save as many people as we can. So make sure you hit that post notification bell so you don't get that post nut clarity, my guys. Now listen, man, I want to say shout out to everybody that's clicked on the video already. Shout out to everybody that liked the video already, probably commented already. I want y'all to comment W video, because I just came with a care package for y'all, man. Retain gang, I just came with a care package because a lot of people be talking about flatlines. This is a topic I never spoke about in my previous videos. I barely spoke about flatlines. And I feel like flatlines are, what the heck? And I feel like flatlines were, the reason I said what the heck is because if y'all go back to my female attraction video, I think that was the female that rejected me. I'm not sure. But that's besides the point. So I realized I never spoke about flatlines. So, and a lot of people have been telling me that they've been going through flatlines and, you know, what to do during a flatline and how to get out of a flatline. So here's the video for it, man. You know what I'm saying? Without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So what is a flatline, right? So you wake up one day and you're probably feeling so low on your energy. You have no sexual desire to do anything with a female. You have no lust for life. You don't want to go to the gym. You probably don't want to go to work. You probably don't want to take your dog for a walk. You know what I'm saying? This is what a flatline is. You just lose all motivation for everything. You probably don't want to get into your word, pray to God. And a flatline could last for years. I've read that a flatline could last for years. So flatlines are very real, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's because our brain, the dopamine receptors in our brain, we're not feeding those dopamine receptors anymore with our lustful, with watching the hub. We're no longer feeding those dopamine receptors. So that is why you get flatlines, because your brain is now confused. Your brain is like, what can we do to get some more dopamine? When you flee from fornication, which is stop watching the hub, that's when your brain your dopamine receptors are gonna kind of shut down because you're no longer rewarding it like that. And that is why you automatically get into a flatline. That is why your body starts to negatively react in ways of a flatline. And I want to say, we should honestly look at a flatline as a good thing. You know, especially if you're on monk mode. If you feel like you're going through a flatline, bro, that should be a blessing, because like I said, during a flatline, you're not gonna have any desires to smash a female. You know, you're not gonna have any natural desires to come together with a female. You're not gonna have any of those lustful emotions like that. You get what I'm saying? So that is why you should cherish flatlines. You know, because if you're, let's say you've been going through a flatline for like maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks, you should be putting in pressure. You should be applying pressure in the gym. Use the time that you're going through a flatline to do other things in your life as well. You know, going through a flatline could actually help you go on longer streaks, because like I say, your sexual desires are kind of low. Your libido is low. So you don't want to smash females when you're going through a flatline, which is a plus, because that can help us go on longer streaks. You know, that's definitely a benefit. I should have made this video into like a pros and a cons, low key. But that's kind of a pro of flatlines, because your libido is low. You're not in the mood to smash a woman. So you should honestly use any type of energy that you can receive on other things. Work on your passions. Work on things that you actually enjoy. Go to the gym. Bully some reps. You know, do other things that are going to spark up your dopamine again. Do not do drugs to spark your dopamine. No, do other things, do other hobbies. You know, dance, get up and dance if you have to. If you make music, make some songs. If you do YouTube, make a bunch of YouTube content. If you're building up your body, start going to the gym at least 3 to 4 times a week. You know, you got to replace those bad habits when you're reprogramming your mind. Because when you start denying your flesh, you're then reprogramming your mind, and your body is so used to doing a certain thing that it's going to take time for your body to get used to it. This is why we go through the prolonged flatlines, especially if you've been addicted to the hub for a long period of time. You might have prolonged periods of flatlines where you're probably going to be feeling depressed, lonely. And a flatline is when the enemy might put thoughts in your head and tell you that it's no point of being on retention. Trust me, I've been there. I've had moments where I've had thoughts like, why am I even retaining? Like, life wouldn't be any different whether or not I was retaining. You know, I noticed that whenever I would go through flatlines, those thoughts will always come in my head. Because I would start to compare my life while retaining to the life that I was living when I was not retaining. And I was like, a lot of things didn't really change. Things still seem to be the same. So I'm like, there's really no difference. But that is what the enemy wants you to do. And a lot of people, they relapse whenever they're experiencing flatlines. And that's why I'm here to tell you that you have to pass the test. You have to endure. You have to keep going whenever you receive a flatline. Because those periods that you are receiving the flatlines, those might be the hardest periods whenever you're going celibate. Whenever you're abstaining from fornication, those are going to be the hardest periods to go through, are flatlines. That's when you're flat. That's when you're gonna start to become more weak and weary. And Galatians 6:9 tells us this. So always remember that verse right there. Whenever you're going through a flatline, do not give up the fight, man. Keep going. I don't care how low you're feeling. You have to remember why you're even retaining in the first place. Don't go back to your vomit and start fapping away. Don't go back to your vomit and start killing yourself even more. You know, because a flatline is already as bad as it is. So why would you want to go back to fapping? Why would you want to go back to doing that? You know, so it's all about endurance whenever you're receiving a flatline. And whenever you would come out of a flatline, you would notice that you start glowing different. I feel like that is the whole point of a flatline. You have to suffer before you see the better days. That's basically what a flatline is, man. Well, at least that's how I look at it. You know, whenever I would have those days where I wasn't feeling motivated to do anything, I would still try to do things. You know, pick up certain hobbies like giving myself a haircut so I can look better, feel better. You know, taking cold showers so I can feel more masculine again. Doing hard things so I can feel like a man again. This is what you have to do whenever you're going through a flatline. Start praying to God. Ask God to deliver you from all the weakness that you're feeling. Ask God to deliver you and see you through this flatline. You know, because there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So don't let the loneliness, don't let the weakness and weariness control you. You have to control your life. At the end of the day, a flatline does not control me or you. So you have to treat it just like that. Look at a flatline as a test. Look at a flatline as a test. But like I said, it can also be a blessing because you can go on longer streaks. It's kind of like your body is kind of numb. It's kind of like your body is numb. That is why the PMO is so destructive. When you get really addicted to anything, that is why it can be destructive. Because whenever you stop and go cold turkey, your body starts to suffer for it. And nobody ever wants to go through that, man. But it always comes in the form of a flat line. You might notice that you're not progressing in life as fast as you would like to, but that's all okay, because there's light at the end of the tunnel. You might feel like things are not going your way on your SR journey, but that's okay, because there's light at the end of the tunnel. So don't give up. Don't give up. You know, some of us be feeling depressed whenever we're going through the flat lines. We might feel like our junk probably not working. Bros, do not give up. That's the enemy trying to throw you off. Because I remember before, I would be like, bro, why don't I have any sexual desires? Why am I looking at women and I have no desires to do anything with that woman? Why is that? And then I would go back to the hub and start fapping, just to realize that my junk is still working. So we have to see through that. You know, I probably should have made this into a pros and cons, man. Let me know some pros and cons of flatlines that y'all may have just thought of. You know, get interactive down below in the comment section. Like the video if you learned anything new today, man. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Share this video with a friend. And look, I'll catch you in the next one. And I'm out.